Sorry.
I'll let you go first, please.
I'll give you a push.
I'm just going to leave my water. Take it phone up.
They get touched up by the local clan elder, who at the moment is Donny Woolagudja. His grandfather, Sam Woolagudja, was here with Malcolm Douglas in one of the documentaries during the 70s. And before that, a gentleman called Sam Crawford did a documentary on the area just post World War II. Even before that, there was a French documentary team that came out. They did a documentary on the area here, Steep Island, which is that little lotted island that we're anchored just next to, and Montgomery Reef, which you'll see in the morning. Documentary covered the clans here, which are part of the Wawara language estate. The clan which is on High Cliffy Island, which is just next to Montgomery Reef, who are, just out of interest, the tallest Aboriginal mob in Australia, some 7'2", 7'3", which is quite different for a lot of the Aboriginals from here. I think that's maybe because of the high protein diet that they're eating around the reef. The clan on High Cliffy and the clan here were in cahoots. They would trade a lot of the fish. You can see some dugong, rock cod. A lot of the paintings you'll see here all represent what they can eat and what they can find in the area. So the reason it's called Raft Point is that a lot of the clans from Montgomery Reef would come over and use the mangroves to build their rafts to come back and forth from land to reef. And a lot of people think that the Aboriginal clans were separate, but there was a trading system. The language was similar. There's three main languages in the Kimberley. You've got Wawara, Wanambal, which is up around the Kimberley, and Kununurra, and you've got Nurungaran, which is around just after Prince Regent. Wawara is everything below Prince Regent, down to Bardi, Jarrah, which is Dampier Peninsula, and Broome. A little chat about the paintings themselves. The reason they get touched up, a lot of people think that it's like a monstrosity that they're still painting it, but this is people's culture, and the reason they touch it up, two reasons that they touch it up: to keep the culture going, so it's still live. It's not, we're not looking at history, we're looking at living history here. It's still, people still believe in this, and they still have emotional attachment to it. And the touching up has been going on for thousands of years. It's part of the ritual. Just before the wet season, they'll come and touch up the painting with the Wanjina, which is this gentleman here with the feathery headdress around his head. Feathers represent lightning and cloud to bring in the rain. If you don't touch up the paintings, then you don't get a wet season. You don't get a wet season, you don't get, you know, the green, you don't get the lushness, and you don't get the food that it provides. So it's all part of a ceremony that for us, we can't get our heads around, but for them it runs centuries deep. Ali, he took a fancy to a very attractive looking rock cod called Jura. But the problem with Jura was part of the same family moiety as Namarali. That means that it was forbidden for them to have any sort of relations whatsoever apart from friendship. Namarali, being a god, thought, bugger this moiety, I'm still going to chase this rock cod. Yeah, really. Chase the rock cod out to Langing, where you guys saw those petrified warriors. And there was a massive battle there. One of the rock cod's fathers, another Wanjina, and Namarali had a huge battle. Jura tried to escape, Namarali, in his passionate anger, speared Jura, and that's what Steep Island is. Steep Island is the rock called this Jura, formed as a piece of rock.